Hello and welcome to CPTV Live. This is your host, Liam Keating.
And John Lighthart.
Thank you all for bearing with us on this Friday night for our first live broadcast. And this will be a battle between the Creighton Prep Junior Jays and the Omaha South Packers. So we're going to run through a couple stats before we get going with this game. First of all, Prep and South are big rivals over the past couple years, with Prep and South trading state championships. Prep 10-1 this year is ranked number 2 in the Omaha World Herald rankings, and Omaha South is just out of the rankings, and they're ranked 9-3. Our coaches this evening are going to be Josh Lukey, who's been with Prep for about 15 years, and Bruce Chubbuck, who's been with the Omaha South Packers for longer than that. And then the last couple of games, Prep defeated North Platte at North Platte 67-40 in a big game for the Junior Jays after traveling for 4 hours out to western Nebraska. And the night before, they defeated Westside, a big rival for the Junior Jays, 71-57. So a really good calling part for the Junior Jays as they look towards this middle half of the season. South, on the other hand, would be Lincoln Southwest squad that isn't particularly the best, but dominated them when it came towards the blocks and rebounding. And so they beat Lincoln Southwest 67-31. And so some of the key players that John and I really want to focus on is Spencer Mose, Kyle Lukey, and Akala Rope.
And a few keys that we're gonna have to say to the game for Prep. It's gonna be maintaining control on the defense, especially when South storms down the court. That's something they love to do. They love those fast breaks. That could be a real point changer. Prep's really just gonna have to hurry back on defense, lock down, get into position. And on offense, they're gonna have to use their ability to point it or kick it out to the key to their main shooters, Kyle Lukey and Will Hannafin. South, on the other hand, for defense, they're going to have to lock down the three-point key to keep those points away, keep those guys out of reach, help out man-to-man, watch out for those screens because those can be deadly when making those plays. And let's see here. For offense, they're going to have to work the ball fast, run the ball, be quick, and trust their coach. I mean, he's always made good choices, good calls, and, just play like they've usually played it.
Yeah, I agree with some of those points. Some of my points for Prep here is I think number one is going to have to control the momentum. This is a big-time atmosphere, and as you can see, the birdcage is filling up on the baseline. So this is going to be an electric atmosphere between the Packers fans and the Junior J fans. So controlling the momentum, when the Jays go on a little bit of a run, they're going to need to sustain that and keep that going, especially during the first half. So maybe they can sucker punch the Packers and get out of this game with an easy victory. But if they don't control the momentum and they let South run all over them on the fast break, it could be a rough night for the Junior Jays and a nice day for the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
My second is rebounding, and rebounding for the Junior Jays. That is one thing they've really struggled this year in a season that has had many successes. The Junior Jays really struggled against the likes of Trace Tupper, who is from Lincoln Northeast, who's a 6'11" center who likes to bang down low, and he's the kind of guy that terrorized the Junior Jays early in the season. So there's a guy by the name of Aglook Arope, and he will be leading the charge down the blocks as well as out on the wing, and that's a guy who can terrorize the boards and the glass come game time. And some of my keys for South this week is to limit turnovers. South will be starting a freshman point guard this game. He's been starting all year, so he's become acclimated, but who knows how acclimated he'll get to the atmosphere in the birdcage. So that is Jay Saunders, the freshman. So look for him to be a pivotal part of this game for the Packers. And as always, go with Aglook. Aglook Arope is one of the best players in the state and one of the best guys to kind of build a team around. He's getting many offers from the Division I level, and so look to him to have a big game. We have a couple of minutes before game time, so we will be coming back shortly after the national anthem and the player announcements. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome to CPTV Live. This is Liam Keating, your host, along with my co-host here,
John Lighthart.
We're happy to have you join us here in the Heider Center between a pivotal matchup between the Omaha South Packers and the Creighton Prep Junior Jays. Starters this evening for the Packers are Jordan DeLeon, Jay Saunders, Tristan Anderson, Agwook Arope, and Amari Pesic Hickson. And for the Junior Jays, we have Jaden Temme, Spencer Mose, Akal Arope, Will Hannafin, and Kyle Lukey. Interesting matchup as the ball is tipped. Both Arope brothers will be going head-to-head. Look for number 3, Agwook, and Akal to be battling out deep. So we have number Tristan Anderson dishing it out. Here's Agwook Arope driving. Ball is stripped. Packers retake possession. Ball keeps rotating for the Packers as they look for a basket on their opening possession. Arope with the jump shot, blocked by his brother, but he still gains possession. Oh! And it's blocked by Akal Arope, and he's getting called for the foul. There's 2 shots for the Packers. The foul's on Akal Arope. Off of the take. The referees are trying to discuss if this was blocked off of the backboard to count the basket. That's what Bruce Chubbuck, the head coach of Omaha South, is really looking for here. But the referees have called it off, and it's 2 shots for the Packers.
Anderson will be shooting these 2 shots.
Tristan Anderson of the line for the Packers, shooting 2.
First one's good. Second one is good. And the Packers bring out a full court press to try to trap the Junior Jays. Jaden Temme looking to pass it out to Kyle Lukey, and now to Arope. Rope finds Hannafin in the corner, and he shots up. Gets his own rebound, and the Junior Jays reset. Here comes Temme. Crossover to Mose, back to Temme. Spencer Mose, the point guard, resetting. Look for the back door, and Kyle Lukey tries for the shot, but it's rebounded by Jordan DeLeon. Packers bring the ball back up the court. Amari Pesic Hickson takes the ball and is fouled by the Junior Jays. The foul's on Jaden Temme, the junior. Ball's going to be inbounded by the Packers. Perfect feed. And Jordan DeLeon gets another basket. Omaha South Packers up 4-0 with 6:30 left in the first quarter. We got Spencer Mose passing it off to Kyle Lukey. Lukey drives, passes out to Will Hannafin. And they find Akal Arope. But his older brother, Agwook, steals it and is trying to take it coast to coast. He goes up, misses the shot. There's a foul called on the Packers there. That foul's going to be on Jordan DeLeon. He's been very active in this first couple minutes here for the Packers.
Jaden Temme to throw the ball in. They dish it out to Hannafin. Kyle's working it down the court. Throws it up, and it's good.
Junior Jay's first basket comes from Kyle Lukey, the junior, also the coach's son. Interesting dynamic they have there, the father-son duo, kind of like Greg and Doug McDermott. And number 35, Amari Pesic Hickson with the big jam. Omaha South Packers trapping. Comes off a Agwook Arope. And the South is taking a 6-2 early lead with 5:37 remaining in the first period. That was a great play design. Kind of feed the ball around and then find it into Amari Hickson.
Indeed so, and they've really been keeping up the pressure early on in this game, trying to gain that momentum and keep it away from Prep.
So Temmie's to pass it in here. Finds his point guard, Spencer Mose. Spencer Mose finds it, passes it to a call, who goes up and is blocked by number 11, Taj Glover, who has just recently checked into the ball game. The freshman, Jay Saunders, with the ball, passes up to a rope. Tristan Anderson takes it and misses. And the point guard for the Junior Jays finds it, and he's taking the ball up the court. Find Jaden Temmie.
Temmie moves it to Lukey. Lukey shoots, but it bangs
No
off
good.
the rim.
And here comes a rope back up the court. He's driving, taking it coast to coast, but the foul will be called on the Junior Jays. That's Jaden Temmie. That'll be a second. And the third team foul. Arope's first try goes in. Aaron Michaud comes in for Jaden Temmie. Michaud, the junior, one of the main guys off the bench for the Junior Jays.
Jay Glover recently comes off the bench, sending Pesek Hickerson back in.
And Arope makes both free throws. Omaha South up 8-2 with 4:50 left. And that's a travel called. Spencer Mose caught up in that pressure defense.
Coach Lukey calls a timeout.
Junior Jays down 2-8 with 4:50 left in the first quarter. Stay tuned with us. The Packers will be inbounding the ball under their own hoop coming out of this timeout.
Saunders to throw the ball in.
Finds Tristan Anderson, who's going to start the offense up.
He dishes it up the court to a Rope.
Rope drives.
Oh.
And they call a blocking foul on the Junior Jays. Coach Lukey seems a little bit upset by the call.
That'll be their fourth foul of the first quarter. A Rope to pass it in for the Packers.
Finds number 5, Jordan DeLeon.
DeLeon moves it up the key. Sanders back down.
And Rope misses the tray. But number 35 for the Packers, Amari Pesek Hickson, fouls Lukey off of the rebound.
Here's Aaron Michaud passing the ball in for the Junior Jays.
Finds fellow junior.
Spencer Mose takes it down the court, dishes down to Will Hannafin, who takes it down.
He finds a rope, and foul's called. Junior Jays really getting back into the flow of the offense. I don't think they were ready for a full court pressure to begin the game. But Amari Pesek Hickson gets his second foul, which is pretty big because he has been such a key contribution to this early game. And so a call of Rope will head to the line.
It seems so that the Jays have been able to adapt to their full court press, moving it down the court as fast as they can. Here's the rope to shoot the free throws. First one is a miss off the rim.
Grant Matthews is checking in for Will Hannafin. Matthews, a tight end in the football season, he's really acclimated well coming into football. He's becoming his own role as kind of the 6th, 7th guy off the bench, trying to fill that void when it comes to defense. So here comes Arope's second free throw, and he misses. And the Junior Jays are down 8-2. The Omaha Packers are bringing the ball back up the court with 4:10 remaining in the first quarter. Agwilk is looking for a pass, and he finds number 12, Jay Saunders, the freshman. Packers looking to bring it inside, and they kick it out.
They dish it back up to Saunders.
And Arope drives, kicks. Taj Glover is called for the travel, and the Junior Jays will take over. Micho ball fakes and then gets it over to Spencer Mose, who immediately gets trapped, and they find Arope. Arope passes it to the corner, and Matthews for the three is no good. Packers regain possession, and they bring it down the court with number 1, Tyree Crawford. The freshman, Jay Saunders. Good ball fake up top. Pass it down low, then kicks it outside.
Back over to Crawford, who passes it into Arope. Arope puts it up. But doesn't have enough under. Out of bounds goes on the Junior Jays. Spencer Mose trying to rebound that ball.
Jane Temmie will be coming back in with 2 fouls, so look for that as Arope heads to the bench. Tommy Steyer also coming in for Spencer Mose. Big lineup change here for the Junior Jays.
And it'll be Saunders to pass the ball in for the Packers.
He finds Arope, who kicks it back out to Saunders. Saunders brings it to the top of the key where Tyree Crawford is waiting, and he's looking.
Glover has the ball. Glover has the ball, who dishes it over to Crawford. Crawford goes back up to Saunders.
Tyree Crawford looking for Arope but can't get it to him. As South is really commanding this possession right now, really looking for best shot possible. And Tyree Crawford from the wing hits a 3, and South is up 11-2. Junior Jay's really looking for a basket with 2:30 left. They find Jaden Temmie, and Temmie lays it in. That was a great way to break down the press. That was textbook.
Very quick passing down the court. That's what they need to start doing.
So here come the Packers. And it looks like it'll be a jump ball, and possession will go to the Junior Jays. Great defensive stance there after the Packers widely drive through the lane. So here come the Packers full court press.
And that was Tommy Steyer with the stop and the jump ball force.
Number 21, Donald Payton, will be coming in for the Packers. For number 12, Jay Saunders. Micho looking. Finds it to Matthews. Junior Jay's just trying to break it down.
Matthews crosses it over to Temmie, who puts it up.
And it's good. Junior Jays that's one of their lethal weapons is the 3-point shot. So look for that for the rest of the game. South leads 11-7 with 2 minutes remaining. Tyree Crawford passes it off to Arope. And they find Jordan DeLeon, who makes the deep 3. Junior Jays quickly pass the ball in bounds. Micho dribbles, trying to break this press. Time's running short.
Junior Jays having a little bit of trouble moving it down.
They're looking for the over the back, but they find Matthews in the corner. 4-3. That's another one for the Junior Jays. A big 3. They're really cutting into the South lead. And so here comes Tyree Crawford to start the offense. He passed it off to Arope. A man-to-man defense for the Junior Jays this evening, as usual.
Glover now takes it, crosses it over to Donald, who passes it back up to Arope. Rope taking it from the top of the key. Dishes it back out to Crawford.
No good. Tommy Steyer tries. There's a minute remaining in this game. Great moves by Tommy Steyer, who lays it off to Temmie, passes it off to Micho. Micho lays it up. And no good. And now the Packers look to run. Here comes Tyreek Crawford, dishes it off, and a rope is there, and no basket. They are calling a travel on a rope. We have 38 seconds left here in the Heider Center on the campus of Creighton Prep, where the Junior Jays are down 14-10 to the Omaha South Packers.
Now the Packers did a very good job on getting that momentum back, moving it quickly down the court, giving the Blue Jays a little bit of less time to get set back up.
Just a little sloppy there towards the end, trying to make the extra pass where Tyreek Crawford maybe should have laid it up there at the end. And now we're back to the action where Tommy Steyer is ready to control this offense. He passes off to Lukey, who finds a rope, and a rope dunks it in. An emphatic dunk for the Junior Jays to close out this quarter almost. We got 15 seconds remaining, and South will hold on for the last shot. Here comes Tyreek Crawford.
Dishes it over to Donald, dishes
Crawford's
back up to
gonna
Crawford.
need to with the floater, and it's no good as the quarter ends. Omaha South 14 and the Creighton Prep Junior Jays 12. And we're back in the Heider Center on the campus of Creighton Prep High School. The Junior Jays are taking on the Packers of Omaha South in a very close matchup early in this game. Omaha South is up 14-12, and the Packers will have possession to start this quarter off.
Now to reflect on the first quarter, we saw a quick movement from the Packers, good start off, getting that momentum. Jays recovered though a little bit, starting to catch back up.
Yeah, the big thing really was the full court pressure. The Junior Jays really weren't ready for that, and now they've settled in, and now the Packers are going to start their offensive possession. Aaron Michaud gets the tip, and Tommy Steyer is bringing the ball up the court. Steyer looks, kicks it out to Hannafin. Hannafin jab steps and sets it back up to Kyle Lukey, who finds Tommy Steyer. Lukey pump fakes, and Steyer with the three, and it's good. Another Junior J long bomb, and the Prep has taken the lead 15-14 early in the second quarter. Packers are looking to bring it inside. Ball's tipped,
Lukey with the block.
and Amari Pesic-Hickson gets fouled as he will head to the line. That last possession was really what the Junior Jays have been all about this whole year, where the point guard drives and attacks and then looks to find a wide open person in the corner to kick out for a deep three.
And that's really something they have to do this game. They have to look for those weak spots, keep working and working until they can find someone open to either knock it down from the key or drive it on in to make a quick 2 points.
Amari Pesic-Hickson misses the first one as Matthew Wellendorf comes in for Kyle Lukey. Pesic-Hickson misses the both as South is down 15-14. Tommy tries for the long pass and misses.
Hissick step back down the court. Oh,
And they go for the alley-oop and miss. And back come the Junior Jays, and no, South regains the possession.
Anderson drives it back down and gets a quick 2 points for an easy layup.
South leads 16-15 with under 7 minutes to go. As the Michaud drives and tries to lay up, and it's good. And they're calling it an and one for Aaron Michaud of Creighton Prep.
Now that was a very good job by Michaud drawing that foul and getting those points too. He will now head to the free throw line for some more points for Prep.
As Jordan DeLeon comes in for Rayshawn McNeil-Lee. Here's the free throw. And he misses. Here comes the rope and passes it off to his point guard, Jay Saunders.
Saunders setting up a play for the Packers. Dishes it down to Richie.
They're really looking to give it to the rope, but looks like Tristan Anderson initiates the contact and gets the foul there. He will head to the line for 2 shots. The foul was on a Kola rope. It'll be his second foul, so look for that. He's a very pivotal player for the Junior Jays as Tristan Anderson makes the shot. Akala Robe is averaging 19 points per game and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. So for him to have a successful night, it really centers around him. As Tristan Anderson makes both, and Kyle Lukey comes back in for a Robe.
Arope is a very key player in this game. He's very explosive, very powerful, and is serving as kind of a leader for all the other guys to get started up.
Tommy Steyer looks to break down the press here. Taj Glover really getting into Tommy Steyer's grill. Tommy gets double teamed.
Steyer having a little bit of pressure up top, dishes it over to Michaud.
Michaud passes it out to Hannafin. Hannafin drives and kicks out to Michaud, and Michaud's good. Michaud has been playing really well off the bench for the Junior Jays, a spark that Coach Lukey really wanted after a very slow first quarter, and that's an air ball by Taj Glover. And I'm sure the birdcage will let him hear it, and you can definitely see that right now as Tommy Steyer drives the hole and lays it up, and that'll be 2 shots for Tommy Steyer.
Score is now 20-18. Prep is leading with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second period.
And he misses the first one. The thing about Tommy Steyer is he's a lot like the Prep starting point guard Spencer Mose. It's just that he's a little bit quicker and can shoot the ball a little bit better, whereas Spencer Mose can really dish the ball out and really can command the offense. So it's a really good duo they have there. So when one gets tired, they can bring the other one in as South gets the ball.
Arope passes it over to
Taj Glover, who kicks it out.
Back over to Crawford.
And the Packers will reset their offense. Amari Pesic-Hickson misses the shot, and they find Michaud up the floor. Here comes Tommy Steyer behind his back, and he's wide open. Looks to dish it, and that is a no-look pass to Will Hannafin in the corner, and he drains it. That was a big 3. Big exclamation point for the Junior Jays there as they take a 24-18 lead, and Bruce Chubbuck has had enough. He will take a timeout after a barrage of 3-pointers early in the second quarter. Junior Jays lead the Omaha South Packers 24-18 with 4:56 left in the second quarter.
Now this is something we've definitely been looking at for a while now. They've been working the place as long as they can, finding an open spot, and that's where they found Hannafin open on the outside of the key to dish it down for a 3.
And now we are back with the Packers inbounding the ball to Tyree Crawford, who will pass it over to Taj Glover. Arope swings the ball, and the ball is back in the corner for the Packers. They find Arope, and Arope lays it in. It's exactly what we had in our keys for the game, was to really, for Omaha South Packers to really get the ball to a rope as Tommy Steyer tries to lay it in and is hard off the glass. The Omaha South Packers looking to get back into this game, down 4 points with 4:21 left in the second quarter.
They're beginning to slow things down, trying to reset again, gain that momentum right back.
Yeah, they're just trying to get that easy baskets, and then hopefully that'll lead it into a more of a full court trap, which will cause turnovers. And that's a long three, and that's missed, and that'll be a foul on Matt Wellendorf. That'll be his first foul, and that'll be the team's 7th foul. So it looks like Omaha South will be shooting free throws.
It'll be a rope to go up and attempt these free throws for Packers.
Here comes the highly touted recruit out of Omaha South. And there's a foul, and that'll be on the Packers, number 23, Tristan Anderson. That'll be a second foul as Jay Saunders will come in for Tristan Anderson. And now here comes the Packers' full court pressure, which really baffled the Junior Jays in that first quarter. We'll see if they have found a solution to break it and set into their half-court offense.
Moe's back in for Steyer at point guard.
As Wellendorf finds the ball, gets back to Micho.
Hannafin up top, working it down. Lays it up.
Drives. That was a good take. That was something that Coach Lukey would really like to see as the Packers come back and Taj Glover takes it coast to coast. A great layup for him to get him going as the 6th man off the bench for the Packers. And now here come the Junior Jays, run by Spencer Mose, who passes it off to Aaron Micho, who had a great first quarter.
Micho off to Hannafin, who's down at the bottom of the key. Hannafin works it back up top.
And that's a foul on a rope. Kind of a careless foul, one that Bruce Chubbuck will not be happy about.
And this will be Lukey up to shoot the 2 baskets for Prep.
That was a rope's first foul, and he'll be coming out. We have a 1-on-1 situation for the Junior Jays. Both teams have 17 fouls. Junior Jays are leading the Omaha South Packers 24-22 with 3:18 left in the first half. And here comes Kyle Lukey, the coach's son, to the line. He makes the first one. Lukey's second attempt on the way, and it's good. Junior Jays 26, Omaha South Packers 22, and here come Omaha South back up the court.
This will be Crawford down at the bottom of the key, who dishes it back up to
and it's stolen by Will Hannafin, and he's looking. And he's calling for a foul, and it comes back, and Kyle Lukey gets the ball and the and one. So maybe Hannafin shouldn't be angry after all.
Lukey with a quick recovery on that, and he'll be shooting free throws again for Prep.
Another one of my keys to the game was to limit their turnovers for Omaha South, because that was a big turnover for Omaha South. The Junior Jays really came back with their transition offense and really laid in a good basket. And this will keep the momentum with the Junior Jays as this quarter furthers, as Bruce Chubbuck's looking to bring on a new player, and number 21, Donald Payton.
Both teams around this time are beginning to exert a little bit more pressure, both on bringing down the ball and bringing it back.
And here comes Lukey for his first shot attempt, or his only shot attempt, on the and one, and it's good.
Now, as we've seen from Lukey so far, he's very good with these free throws. That is something that coach has definitely
That's hours and hours in the backyard. And it's a big dunk by number 35, Amari Pesek kicks it. Man, he has had a couple jams here tonight, and that is exciting to watch, especially out of a young man. And here comes Tommy Steyer, who flexes on them with the and one. The Packers are just foul after foul, letting the ball come into the lane very quickly.
The Junior Jays are doing a great job of drawing these fouls so they can sneak in those extra points and yet bring up those fouls to the other team's players so that the coach will have to be a little bit more cautious with sending in his players.
And here comes Tommy Steyer for a shot attempt. And he misses off the back iron. South really looking for a basket here.
This is Saunders taking down the court.
He drives and is looking, pressured. Tips off of Rope's hands. And now Josh Glover will take it. And there's a foul, but I think they're calling it on the floor. And that foul is on Grant Matthews. That'll be his first foul.
That'll be Prep's 8th foul, and South with 9 fouls this quarter. The score now is 31-24, Prep leading. 2 minutes and about 27 seconds left in the half.
First one is good on the 1-and-1 for Taj Glover. He's having a big half coming off the bench. Taj Glover's actually started the last couple of games, so maybe this was kind of a coming out party for him, kind of an awakening. He must have struggled the last couple of games. So he started the last game against Lincoln Southwest for the Packers. So interesting how Chubbuck will use him later on in the game as he comes off for number 23, Tristan Anderson. And here comes Tommy Steyer bringing the ball up the court, the senior who is a commit to UNO for baseball.
This will be Hanfin working down in.
Oh, he drives, looking for the foul, but he makes it. No foul by the refs as the Junior Jays take a 33-26 lead with 2:08 remaining in the first half.
This will be Saunders who dishes it down to Pickinson. Pickinson from 3. Oh, can't put it in.
Oh, and he gets stolen. Hannafin's getting a little bit upset right now. He's urging the rest to maybe get a couple calls on the offensive end, and he's pretty upset with that call on the other end. But
that was great hustle by Hannafin. Rebound the ball quickly after that missed shot, putting it back up and getting that foul for Creighton Prep.
Amari Pesic-Hickson misses that shot, that free throw, as Lukey brings the ball up, and Hannafin, here he is at the top of the key, getting very aggressive with the crossover, and he rims out. Prep looks to set up back on offense with Tommy Steyer. Turns the ball over to a Rope. The ball comes off a Packer, and it will go the Junior Jays' way.
This will be Grant Matthews to pass the ball in to Steyer.
Omaha South with the man-to-man pressure. A bad turnover by Tommy Steyer, and it looks like Spencer Mose will come in for him. Tries to take the charge, but the Packer goes around him, and there will be a foul. It will be on the Packers.
That was Pickinson on that steal. Very explosive, very fast player. He's been key to this game with already 2 dunks and a few 3-pointers for him.
Both coaches seem very upset at kind of how this play is turning out. A lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play. Something that Bruce Chubbuck, the Omaha South head coach, and Josh Lukey, the Creighton Prep head coach, are not accustomed to, especially in this season. So here comes Tommy Steyer to the line for 2 shots. First one's up and off the rim. Prep leads 33-28 with 1:17 left in the half.
And this will be Misho coming in for Grant Matthews.
Junior Jays are looking to get a little more defensive right now.
Started to put up his last free throw.
And it's good. Junior Jays lead 34-28 as Spencer Mose comes in for Tommy Steyer.
And it looks like Saunders will be the one to take up the ball for the Packers.
good to see Wellendorf been playing a lot of minutes in this quarter. He's been having a strong defensive and rebounding half. Not so much on the point spectrum, but he's really looking. And that was good defense by him right there as Agwek Arobe misses the shot. And here comes Micho with the layup. And they call a blocking foul on the Omaha South Packers. And that was on number 12, Jay Saunders. Micho will be shooting 2 shots for the Junior Jays. Saunders looks to be a little gimpy right now as he's limping around his coach. That'll be his second foul on the night.
Looks like Lukey fell him on that one. His back's hurting a little bit. That'll be South's 10th foul.
Micho misses on his first shot.
And it looks like Crawford comes back in for Anderson for the Packers.
Micho misses both shots as the Packers look to attack, and it's looked like they kind of have a fast break here after lazy defense by the Junior Jays, and they call a foul on the floor. The referees do.
That was Crawford with that quick bolt down the court, and he's now shooting free throws for the Packers.
And that'll be a foul on Spencer Mose. It'll be his first foul on the night. And now here comes Tyree Crawford, who we've talked a lot about tonight coming off the bench. He's given up a lot of good minutes when Jay Saunders has been off and with foul trouble and maybe even this injury right now as he's limping off the court.
Yeah, Crawford's definitely like all the other point guards we've been talking about, like Steyer and Mose. He's very quick, very explosive, gets those quick layups in when they need to, finds those edges in where Prep has a hole in their defense.
Crawford makes the free throw. Prep leads 34-29 as South comes back down and does not establish their full court pressure. There's 44 seconds left remaining in the half as Tommy Steyer looks and dishes it out to Micho. Micho attacks, lays it up and misses, and the refs call it off of Micho, and the Packers will have the ball with 35 seconds remaining.
And it looks like De Leon comes back in for Donald. Packers seem to have a little bit of trouble counting their lineup here. Now at this point, they're going to have to make a fast break down the court, try to pressure the Jays, get a few points up before the half starts.
No pressure, though. They can still run their offensive set. 30 seconds, a lot of time to run what they need to do, maybe going a little in and out with a Gluck, and he has the ball right now. So we probably assume that the best player on the floor right now, Agwekarob, will take this final shot. There is 15 seconds remaining in this half. Matt Wellendorf will be defending a rope on this possession as Hannafin tries to cheat over here. And they kick it out, and he misses number 35, Amari Pesic-Hickson. And the Junior Jays will take a 34-29 lead into the break. 34-29, the Junior Jays lead. And we will be back in a couple minutes to share some of the stats that we've had in this first half. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to the Heider Center on the campus of Creighton Prep High School. We have a Class A matchup between the number 2 team in the state, the Junior Jays, versus the unranked Omaha South Packers. The second half will begin with the Junior Jays up 34-29. Same lineup for the Junior Jays as they come out of the huddle. And it'll be the same starting 5 for the Omaha Packers. Will Hannafin to pass the ball in. Jaden Temmie in the backcourt, looking to see if the Packers are going to bring pressure, but they don't. Here comes Spencer Mose to start the offense. Junior Jays will be working from your left and right as Hannafin throws up a 3 and he makes it. A great sign for the Junior Jays to start the second half off. Here come the Packers in their all blacks, moving from right to left on your screen. They're playing towards the bird cage, so maybe that'll be a factor. We'll never know. But here comes a Gluck. Number 35, Amari Pesic. Hickson misses on the shot as the Junior Jays come back down in transition.
Mo's working on the side of the key right now, trying to find someone to pass the ball to.
And it looks like Coach Lukey will take a timeout for fear of a 5-second violation from his point guard, Spencer Mose.
Now on that first play, that was a good job by Hannafin on starting off the half with a good 3-pointer. We could definitely tell that during the half, coaches had a little bit of a talk, got the players organized, got their strategies working together, and now they're taking things a little bit slower, but more strategic than the first half. And it looks like also the Packers are coming out aggressive on defense, not as much on offense, but that's something we can see definitely improve.
Still early, only 45 seconds in. These guys are both trying to settle in after a very physical first half. A lot of fouls were called. So we'll see. Looks like Hannafin's a little buddy-buddy right now with the ref after a little bit of a tussle in the first half as Hannafin passes the ball into Spencer Mose. Mose drives, kicks it out to Temmie. Temmie passes it out to Lukey. Lukey drives, spins, tries to take it up, and is fouled by Tristan Anderson on the take, and they call it on the floor. Junior Jays lead 37-29 with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. That'll be Tristan Anderson's third foul, so that's big for the starter, as number 11, Taj Glover, comes in for the Packers. We talked a little bit about him in the first half. He was a great spark for the Packers. As Spencer Mose takes the deep 3, misses, tries to find his own rebound, but refs call it off of the Packers, so Junior Jays will retain possession.
Very good course of events for the Junior Jays, and it looks like Hickinson comes back in for the Packers. Now, like last quarter, we had talked about Hickinson. He's a very explosive player. He's going to be good for the Packers leading into this next half.
Lukey with the ball, and they feed it to Temmie. Temmie has not had a whole lot of touches due to foul trouble, and he's picked off by a rope. A rope finds Taj Glover, who lays it in on the fast break, and now here come the Junior Jays.
Spencer Mose taking it down the court.
Jaden Temmie driving, trying to get his offense back up, and he lays it up and is good. That was a great shot, a great sign to see for the Junior Jays as he finishes in traffic. One of the things that Jaden Temmie really isn't known for, he's known as a spot-up shooter, as a rope drives to the rope and is fouled by Kyle Lukey. He will head to the line for 2 shots. And back on Temmie, he's a great spot-up shooter. The last couple of games, though, he's been in foul trouble. In the Westside game, he really did not get a whole lot of minutes. He had a quick 2 fouls in that game, so he's been struggling to try to find his form in the last couple games, and that drive was the number one reason why he is starting for this team. A rope misses on his first free throw. Junior Jays up 39-31 with 6:23 left. A rope misses, and his brother gets the rebound. A Gluck, a rope, and a call, a rope. Brothers, a call plays for the Junior Jays, obviously, and a Gluck plays for the Omaha South Packers. Really fun matchup to see them two battle it out on the varsity spectrum. As Hannafin unloads again. Hannafin is on fire. This is really good to see. We talked a lot about this, but the three ball is a specialty for the Junior Jays. And to see Hannafin just go off like this, really great. Really, really great to see for him and his mindset and for the teams. As Jay Saunders, the freshman, misses on the three-pointer. It looks like Jordan DeLeon gets the offensive rebound and lays it back up. Bruce Chubbuck there a little upset with how that call went. Junior Jays still have possession.
Hannafin passes back into Mose. Mose stalling up top.
Looking to find Kyle Lukey in the corner. Oh man, he was calling for that to be good, but he misses long. As a Gluck tries to go coast to coast, but misses. Now here come the Junior Jays running. His brother a call, looking for the ball, calling for it. Can't get it to him, but Hannafin tries to make a move.
Lutke driving down the center.
They find a call backing down his defender, kicks it out to Lukey. That's a foul called on a rope. A Gluck, that is.
Great job by Lukey drawing that foul out. He really needed that.
It was a good pump fake and then a drive to the hoop. Even if it wasn't a foul, it was a clear lane for him. I think that's really interesting for a call right now. This is the first game that he has worn goggles or glasses in. So maybe that's a reason for his kind of slow, sputtering start. We know that he is an 18-point-a-game kind of guy. As Kyle Lukey hits the long three at the top of the key, Junior Jays really opening up this one as they lead 45-33 thanks to the three ball. As Bruce Chubbuck has had enough and he calls a timeout for the Junior Jays. It'll be a full timeout. Omaha South Packers 45-33 with 4:46 left in the third quarter. The Packers will pass it in.
It'll be Saunders taking it up top.
He finds a rope. Back to Saunders. Saunders pump fakes a couple times. Now dribbles over. Passes it out to Taj Glover. He passes it to a rope. A rope. Tyreek Hill looking for the up and under. But a rope is there for the putback and the layup as the Junior Jays fast break transition. And wow, a call, a rope flying high to try to make that putback dunk, but misses. And then Hannafin regains the ball and misses that deep three. And now we're back live with the Packers setting up their offense. That was DeLeon on the missed shot. And now Kyle Lukey brings the ball up. They pass it to Jaden Temmie, and here's the spot-up shot that we're talking about. And just like we just said before, he's a great spot-up shooter, and that one is good. The Junior Jays opening this one up. It's 48-35. Midway through the third quarter.
We didn't really see much of Temmie in the first half, but now we're really starting to see him come out, use his three-point shooting abilities, and gain some more points for Prep.
Here comes Taj Glover, who swing passes it to Jay Saunders, but he misses. And here's Temmie with the rebound as Tommy Steyer looks to push. And he looks to lay it in, and he does. A great take by the UNO baseball commit, Tommy Steyer. not only can he play basketball, but man, he can hit the long ball. And here's Tyree Crawford who passes it out. Jay Saunders will set up the offense as a couple of substitutions for the Junior Jays and Packers will be ready to come in at the next dead ball.
One-on-one with the Arope brothers.
Oh, and it looks like Gluck really just lost control of that as he was bothered by the double team. And we got 2 new players coming in. We have Aaron Michaud, who had a great first half, comes in for Will Hannafin, and Matt Wellendorf will come in for a rope.
Michaud is really another one of those players who we've started to see come out in this game. He's already banged in a few threes. He's got some good rebounds, some good defense, and really he's starting to show up to play this half.
Yeah, when the offense really sputtered in that first quarter, he was the first guy that Coach Lukey looked to, and he really came out spark as Kyle looks to lay it in, but it's a blocking foul on the Packers, and it was on the floor.
And it looks like Michaud will be the one to pass this one back in for the Junior Jays.
And that'll be Aguarope's 3rd foul. As Wellendorf makes the one-handed grab, looked like Odell Beckham out there, and he gets the ball back and finds. Oh, Jaden Temmie tried to grab it, and here come the Packers. Ooh. And that was a big dunk by Amari Pesic-Hickson. That is his 3rd dunk of the game. He's been rim rocking this place in the Heider Center. A very poor turnover for the Junior Jays, and I believe that's why Arope is about to check into the game. Here comes Tommy Steyer, and he finds a great pass, and that's an and one for Jaden Temmie. What a pass.
Great job.
That was fantastic.
Great job by Temmie on that draw on the foul. Now he'll be back up to shoot those 2 points.
Yeah, it was a great footwork by Temmie as he tried to set the screen as his defender tried to hedge over, and he just had a little bit of a slip screen, didn't make contact with Tommy Steyer's defender, and just rolled right to the basket. Really good job. Temmie misses on his free throw, and the Junior Jays lead 52-37 with 1:35 left in the 3rd quarter. Packers go in and lay it up, a needed basket for them, and Tommy Steyer brings it up, going coast to coast, and he is fouled on his shot, and that'll be 2 shots, and the foul was on Tristan Anderson. I believe that's his 3rd or 4th right there.
Yeah, Anderson, a very aggressive player. He's been a key to Packers defense, stopping some big plays, but I think he's just got to slow down a little bit on those. He's racking up a few.
That was Tristan Anderson's 4th foul. That is brutal for the Packers. He's been electrifying on the defensive end, and not to mention he's made a couple of threes. New Packers players coming in. We have Donald Payton, number 21, in for them, as well as Tyree Crawford checks back in. A long 3 for Kyle Lukey. Packers are desperate to find an answer to this. The Junior Jays keep knocking 3 after 3. It looks like Pesic-Hickson was short on that shot, and the referee calls it out on him. You can see on the Packers' faces that they are distraught and just can't find an answer to penetrate this defense.
A little bit frustrated after these first 2 plays, but they really got to recollect at this part. This is only the 3rd quarter. They still got a quarter to go.
Great pass by Tommy Steyer. And Arope tries to go for the basket, but is fouled by his older brother, Agluck. That'll be 2 shots for Arope, and that was his brother's 4th foul on Agluck. So another guy in foul trouble for the Packers, and that is their best player on the team. So their offensive lineup is going to be struggling unless someone catches fire off the bench. Here comes Arope's first free throw, and it's good.
Yeah, coming in this, we can already see losing 2 of their key players to fouls already. I mean, 1 on offense, 1 on defense. It's really not putting their coaches in a good situation right now. They've really got to gain a little bit of control, slow things down on defense, stop those big plays from Creighton Prep.
Arope's second free throw is up, and it rims out. Junior Jays lead 56-39 with 53 seconds left. Packers need a basket. A rope still in with the 4 fouls. Look for the Junior Jays to attack that possibly. The long ball by Tyree Crawford, a much-needed 3 to possibly close out this half. 31 seconds left for the Junior Jays. And they're possibly looking for a last shot. Maybe not. Here comes Tommy. Finds Lukey. Lukey in the corner 3. No good. Wellendorf gets it. Oh, and he misses the putback. Tough shot for Wellendorf there. But here comes Micho with the rebound, and it looks like they will keep the ball for the last shot. We have 9 seconds on the clock. We are down to 5 seconds on the clock as Tommy Steyer looks, and he is stolen. Omaha South throws it up, and it's no good. Junior Jays lead the Omaha South Packers 56-42 after the end of the 3rd quarter. And then we are back at the beginning of the 4th quarter. This is Liam Keating, one of your hosts, and this is
John Lighthart.
We're happy to be producing. This is our first ever live broadcast for the Creighton Prep basketball team, and we are happy to be showing this game between the Omaha South Packers and the Junior Jays. Prep is up 56-42 to begin the 4th quarter. Jaden Temmie comes back in for Matt Wellendorf.
Looks like the Packers will get the ball down under the basket with Agwek passing it out. They dish it up top to Saunders. Back up to Saunders.
They're trying to run their offense right now. Can't penetrate Prep's defense, and that's a deep 3 by Saunders, and it's good. Big 3-pointer for the Omaha South Packers. Much needed to get back in this game. Prep leads 11 points with 7:20 remaining in this game. Here comes Jaden Temmie. Here comes Kyle Lukey. Passes it back out to Jaden Temmie. Temmie fires it over to Tommy Steyer. Steyer's looking, and that's a foul called on Saunders. Omaha South fans are very upset by that call. Kind of a tic-tac call if you really ask me there. That'll be his 3rd foul.
A few comments from the Omaha South coach. He definitely was not happy about that call.
That is 17 fouls for Omaha South versus 1 team foul for Prep. So Prep will be shooting free throws from this point out to the end of the game. So that is huge. Any foul, the Junior Jays will be shooting, and that is good for Tommy Steyer for his first free throw. His 2nd one is coming.
Yeah, being in the bonus this early into the 4th quarter definitely gives Jays ahead on getting some more points to get ahead even further to Omaha South.
2nd free throw is good for Tommy Steyer. Here come the Packers.
Anderson with the ball.
He drives, and there's a foul called on him. That foul is against Grant Matthews. It was on the shot. So there will be 2 shots coming on. That was Grant Matthews' second foul of the night. Shot is good for Tristan Anderson, who's been in foul trouble all night, but Bruce Chubbuck's just relying on him to be the leadership that he is as a senior. Misses the second one. Akala Rope gets the rebound as the Packers pressure, and Grant Matthews from the corner, and he misses. Hannafin tries to go up and does not collect the rebound. Back come the Packers. Pesic Hickson tries to drive, gets clogged up, and now here comes Tristan Anderson, who loses the ball. Here comes a Rope, who lays it in, and they're calling a charge, and that means a Rope is fouled out of the game. That is 5 fouls for a Rope. That is tough to see for a player of his caliber to be out of this game so early in this game. 5 fouls for him with 6:38 left, and that'll be his night.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good now situation for the Packers, having lost one of their key players. Not only a good shooter, but he's a very big, tall guy. I mean, that's going to be hard on both the defense and the offense with scoring more points.
And one of my keys to the game was rebounding and trying to contain him when it came to offensive, defensive rebounds. And the Junior Jays really have done that this game. And so, looks like Tommy Starr will be heading to the line again for a 1-and-1. Back to a Gluck. He has really struggled this game, really didn't get into much of a flow. You could really see that the Junior Jays were getting in his face early and really kind of getting to him, messing with him. And I think that's what came with some kind of early foul trouble as well as some bad fouls.
Yeah, and it's definitely starting to add up now towards the end of the game with Anderson having 4 fouls now.
Saunders just picked up his 4th foul. So the Packers are in deep foul trouble. Tommy Steyer hits his first free throw. Junior Jays up 59-46 with 6:26 remaining in the game. Second one is good, and the Junior Jays lead 46-60. Here come the Packers in need of a basket. A cross-court pass to Tyree Crawford, who passes it over to the corner.
It'll be Hickinson with the ball.
Kind of a weird play there. And somehow it gets tipped in by Jordan DeLeon. A strange play there, but the Packers get the bucket they needed. Packers need a couple of stops here if they really want to get back into this game. Down 12 points with 5:50 left. Here come the Junior Jays moving the ball around with Grant Matthews. Finds Hannafin. Great ball movement. And a Rope tries for the tip back. Misses. Finds Hannafin. Hannafin misses. And Temmie has the ball. And no call yet. And the Junior Jays get the timeout.
You can already start to tell what effect it's having with having a Rope out right now. It looks like Jaden Temmie and a Rope are starting to take control of the basket for Prep's offense. I mean, this is going to have a huge impact for the rest of the game. Huge for rebounds, more ball time for Prep.
And so we are back. Middle of the 4th quarter. The Junior Jays have a 60-48 lead. Ball will be inbounded underneath the Junior Jays' own basket. Grant Matthews passes it off and it's tipped. Ball will be re-inbounded. Great crowd tonight in the Heider Center. A great showing for the Birdcage as usual. Great atmosphere as always in the Heider Center. As a call, a rope, tries and lays it up. Jays lead 62-48, and here come the Packers.
It's Crawford at the top, taking it down. Passes it on to Anderson.
Bruce Chubbuck's telling his team to attack more, try to get more aggressive. Oh, and it's pit-pocketed, and here comes a collar rope. Oh, and the stop. Tries to lay it up and misses again. Ball's batted around, and it will stay with the Junior Jays. I think a call just had dunk in his mind from the get-go, and once he found a defender in front of him, he just didn't know what to do. So.
And now with his brother out, he definitely has that height advantage that he has. Being as tall as he is, 6'5", that gives him about 3 inches on every other player.
Spencer Moe's back into the game. We haven't seen him in a while. Ball is tipped out of bounds by the Packers. And it looks like Jay Saunders will be coming back in. He has 4 fouls, as we've talked about earlier. So a couple of guys who have 4 fouls out there. Here comes Kyle Lukey. Packers denying everything, but a call, as usual, makes most of his shots down in that painted blue area in the bottom of the court. Packers looking. Great move there by Taj Glover. Here comes Spencer Mose. A slip screen by a call, but doesn't work. Hannafin looking to get it into a rope. Here comes Matthews. Matthews looking, finds Hannafin. Hannafin dishes it out to the corner. Kyle Lukey for 3, and that's good. That is a great sign towards the end of the game where the Junior Jays are up 17. The Packers need a big run, and it could start there with an and-one call. Tyreek Crawford with the basket. The foul will be on the Junior Jays. The foul is on Spencer Mose. It'll be his 3rd foul. Grant Matthews comes out of the ball game as Aaron Michaud checks back in. Tyree Crawford's free throw, up and good. Prep leads 67-53 with 3:53 remaining in the game, and just a lapse on defense. So they forget to see Hannafin. Hannafin drives and is fouled by the Packer defense. That'll be Jordan DeLeon's 4th foul for the Packers. Another guy in foul trouble. I don't know if it really matters now with 3:40 left, but you can really see the absence of a Gorka rope kind of taking its toll on this Packer defense. Hannafin makes his first free throw.
That'll be now a total of 3 players on the Packers who have 4 total fouls now. Saunders subbing in for DeLeon.
Hannafin's free throws up. No good as it rattles out. Packers pressing the issue as they need a basket to try to crawl back into this game.
It'll be Anderson working up top. Passes it down to Crawford.
Saunders looking. Saunders only a freshman. Who knows how well he's going to be in the coming years. Really great to see. As Taj Glover's 3-pointer is off, and here comes Kyle Lukey. Lukey lays it up, and no good. South needs a basket. In desperate need. And there's one by Tristan Anderson. But just really bad transition defense as Hannafin, close to dunking it, lays it in. Prep leads 70-55 with 2:55 left, and that'll be a Prep foul.
That foul will be on Aaron Michaud, it looks like, and Crawford will be the one to shoot the free throws.
First free throw is good.
Number 5, Jordan Dillian, comes back in for Saunders, giving the freshman a break.
Second free throw is good. Prep leads 70-57 with 2:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. Just really bad transition defense. As Spencer Mose tries to lay it in, but Okolarope is there to finish it off. A couple more stops for the Junior Jays, and this game could be all she wrote.
Hickinson working it up top.
Packers are passing it around as Tyreek Crawford tries to lay it in, and here come the Junior Jays back in the break. Coach Lukey urging Hannafin to get to the corner. A basket here could seal it for the Jays.
Good save by Rope.
Lukey with the deep three.
Very good operation by the Junior Jays on that one. Good communication between a Rope and Kyle Lukey on that play.
Jays up 18 points with 1:53 remaining. The Jays have scored 75 points this game. That is unreal offensive numbers for this team coming into this game against a defense of this caliber. Hannafin tries for the putback dunk but can't make it. And that shot is good by Taj Glover. Hannafin being quite aggressive and finds the pass. And Kyle Lukey wide open there. I think Omaha South the past couple minutes, once Agluck got fouled out, I think they've just mentally checked out. The last couple of defensive possessions they've just been struggling to pick up their man and find who's coming. And here comes A.J. Hebner to the scorer's table. A.J. Hebner, Creighton Prep's quarterback in the fall, led the whole state of Nebraska in passing yards. Hebner comes in as well as some more Omaha South Packers players and Jaden Temme.
Kyle Lukey will be the one who subs out.
Prep leads 77-60 with 1:19 left. Free throw pending from the Packers.
Crawford puts his last one up.
And he makes it. Junior Jays just trying to run some offense to see this one through with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. There's A.J. Hebner for three, and he almost makes it. And here come the Packers. Great look by Hebner. Something that he prides himself on is finding the open three-point shot and playing tough defense.
Another thing by Hebner, since he's one of the more older players, being a senior now, one of the three, he has a little bit more leadership on the court. So you can tell already with the bird cage and with the players on the court, he's showing a little bit more confidence and drawing it from the players he surrounds.
Okolarope comes off after a great game, as Matt Wellendorf checks back in. Wellendorf, number 15 there, guarding the on ball, and is stealing by Spencer Mose. Just lobbed up there. And Hebner with the three is short.
Now
Here come the Packers. And he lays it in, and it's a charge. No basket. South can't really buy a bucket right now. Prep leads 77-61 with 36 seconds left. Here comes Spencer Mose with 30 seconds left.
Mose working at the top of the key. He passes it to Temme.
And this game looks all about done as the Junior Jays will go on to defeat the Omaha South Packers 77-61. A big victory for the Junior Jays as one of their true tests for this young season continues. There will be another game for the Junior Jays tomorrow against Millard South. We will not be live broadcasting, but we will be on CP Varsity Sports Twitter account doing a little bit of a play-by-play, so please be sure to check that out. Creighton Prep will play Millard South tomorrow at 7:15. The Junior Jays will go to 11-1 on the season, and the Omaha South Packers fall to 9-4. This has been Liam Keating reporting live for Creighton Prep TV Live.
And John Lighthart, thank you for joining us.